I personally had some very embarrassing situations where I failed. And a special welcome to all of you that may be here for the first time. It's a great looking crowd. Maybe it's true, we do get better looking with age. We hope you'll come back again and bring your friends. There's still a few empty chairs we can fill. And a special welcome to the many other clubs in the village. TGIF, the Baby Boomers, the Bocce Club, the Rainbow Club, the Rock and Rollers, the Saddleback Church Friends, and the golfers. This beautiful picture here, you notice the lake. Us golfers know those lakes. And the Bridge Club. And a special welcome to our many friends and acquaintances from Club 19. And our many friends from Costa del Sol. And now, our great fun comedy club show. Joey has appeared at many venues, television, the Improv, the original Gong Show, which she won. She has entertained us every month for 12 years. I was talking to Joey last Sunday, and she said she was talking with her minister about some Christian things when her racing form fell out of her purse. She's been going over to Sammy's for off-track betting Sunday afternoons. And oh yes, she asked me to remind all of you, she is single. And she has 2 new knees. And now, the funny lady of Laguna Woods, Joey Sims.
That rainy evening, I tossed you out with nothing but a fine tooth comb, and you were gone. You know I'm to blame. Ain't that a shame? You're pregnant, won't you please come home? Won't you come home, dear baby? Won't you come home? You know I've done you wrong. I'll do that cooking, honey. I'll even pay the rent. You know I've done you wrong. Remember that rainy evening I threw you out with nothing but a fine tooth comb, and you were gone. You know I'm to blame. You got a doggone dirty, dirty rat train. So baby, won't you please come home? You know I'm to blame. Ain't that a shame? So baby, won't you please come home? How is everyone? Good. Good. I want to tell you before I start, I've always got something to tell you. That's Judy Blando with the film right there. She takes us every month. Yeah, I think we could do better than that, folks. And if you want to see my part and the announcer, it's on every month on YouTube, Joey Sims Comedian. She's done that since at the end of 2015. And I'm so tickled because I can see what I had on and what I said. So I think you'll all enjoy it too. You can see how original the lines are if you'll take a look. Okay. You know, I went on a cruise, so I have to talk about that this month. But I wanted to tell you too, you know, laughing burns calories. It helps you physically and emotionally, so I'm glad you're all here. And my idea of getting lucky lately is remembering what I went in the other room for. And I just recently got back from a cruise to Canada with my good friend Nephew over here. Did you ever see 3,000 people drunk at the same time? Because I did. That's how bad the waves were. Everybody, we were just doing this the whole time. So we had nothing to do but go to the casino, play bingo, and drink because we couldn't stand up, right? So we had a good time. We went to, on the Holland America, and there were a lot of wheelchairs going back and forth too. Even on the first night when we had a hard time rocking and walking, people were pushing the wheelchairs. We were having a rough time. We were all grabbing the side rails. We had to sit where we could, so we did a heck of a lot of bingo. I thought I had a swinging time, but my bingo bill was $100. But you know, they tell you at bingo that they're going to give you $2,400. And so of course they fill up that giant showroom. Everybody's so excited they can't stand it. And then after they call 40 numbers, it goes down to 400. That's called marketing, I guess. That's really something. There was a lot of seasickness. I didn't get seasick because I won 300 in the casino. My friend won 500, so I was just mad when the casino closed. And the last day I'm being on sea, they had to cancel the Las Vegas showroom show because nobody could stay on the stage. But the funny part was, at 8 o'clock they were all worn out. That's a lot of work to be drunk all day without a drink, you know. Anyway, when I sat in this last row with somebody with a wheelchair because they were in our group, do you know every single person slept through that Vegas show but me? And at the end, they wake up and say, how was it? Well, that was good, that was good. Anyway, that's a definite ship that I felt at home on, right? So then we had a singles happy hour. 10 women came, and I met a man. He was 5 foot, he weighed 99 pounds. I called him a little Chiquita. And we lost one woman. She was sucked up by the toilet. And then we went to a little bit of Victoria Island at the end of the night when they finally could dock. And it was interesting, I saw a bathroom. You know where the bathrooms usually say men and women? This one says, I don't care. And then, like you know, I've been losing weight, and this food was so marvelous, I gained 2 pounds. But when I got home, I shaved my legs. It's all gone. Oh, and then I went to the doctor, and I told him, you know, I'm still having a balance problem. It's amazing, after you've rocked and rolled for 5 days, you can't get your equilibrium. And he said, well, the first thing you have to do, Joey, is put a bar in your shower. So I went out and I got tequila and vodka and gin and Merlot, and I feel a lot better. And I want to tell you about the cell phones and the computer. You're going to see a lot of it tonight. But you know, it takes a lot of time, that computer and phone stuff. And you know, like I Google all the time, and instead of retaining what I should, I retain things like this. Redheads need 15% more anesthesia. That's the kind of stuff we Google on the phone. And then I saw this little 3-year-old kid, and he had an iPad in his diaper. And he actually took it out and he used it. And I thought, what the hell? He can't get potty trained, but he can work the computer. That's a lot funnier than that, folks. Anyway, I have girlfriends that their kids, their grown kids, have bought them cell phones and now they've lost all contact with the outside world. That's kind of sad. Another lady, I was going to tell you, I'm on that Next Door Neighborhood East. That's a website, you know, where like 500 of us belong. And so I saw this ad and it said, escaped. It says escaped. She escaped yesterday. She has no teeth and she's on medication. I thought I knew her, but it turns out she was a Yorkie. Another lady bought her husband a beautiful dog, and it turned out that he was allergic to long-haired dogs. So her next ad said, good home, he's 74, healthy and handsome, he cleans and cooks. And then my friend gave her grandson a book, and the little boy looked so puzzled. And he says, what's this, Nana? And she said, that's a book. That's how we introduce new software into our heads. You know, there was another book, that book is called Reading, that's what she said, new software. But the oldest computer can be traced back to Adam and Eve, surprise, surprise. It was called Apple. And just one bite and then everything crashed. Tell you about this guy that got on the bus and he had golf balls in his pockets. His pockets were bulging. And he sat next to this beautiful young blonde. And the blonde couldn't take her eyes off his pants. Just kept staring and staring and staring. And finally he looked at her and he says, golf balls. And she thought so hard and she said, does that hurt as bad as tennis elbow? There was this little boy that just kept getting F's all the time. And they put him in Jewish school, Christian school, private school, public school. Finally, they put him in a Catholic school. And he looked up and he saw Jesus being persecuted. And he says, from then on he got A's. And they asked him why, and he says, I know they mean business here. Okay, thanks, guys. Tell you about Don McMillan. He graduated from Stanford University with a master's degree in electrical engineering. That's why he was so late. He then went to work at AT&T Bell Labs, where he was on a team that designed the world's first 32-bit microprocessor. After winning $100,000 at the stand-up comedy Grand Champion on Star Search, he turned in his microchips for a microphone. He's had numerous television appearances, The Tonight Show, HBO, Comedy Central. He spends a lot of time with Google, Microsoft. I think that's enough. He's got a terrific bio, so let's give Don McMillan a great welcome.
Thank you, Joey. One more time for Joey. That was so funny. That was wonderful. Wow, and I didn't know, as a red-haired man, I need 15% more anesthesia. I had no idea.